Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you the last ever YesOhYas unbagging. In order to do this last ever YesOhYas unbagging, I had to take you back to the beginning of this first, to kind of tell you the entire story from my perspective. So it was the beginning of 2018, and I was still an Ipsy subscriber, but I was like so over it. With Ipsy, I was paying $25 a month Canadian, so that's, you know, the American price, but then you have to take into account exchange and then shipping to Canada. So $25 a month for a bag that was only cute sometimes, and it contained samples that were usually ridiculously small samples, like little packets of skincare that you could only use maybe once, maybe half of one time. You were getting the same kind of copper eyeshadow every month. You were like, the only time that I was ever getting anything that I really enjoyed out of Ipsy was the rare times that I was getting an actual color of lipstick that I could wear, or a brush. That was it. So I was really over Ipsy. So when I was subscribed to Ipsy, I was really, really diligent every month about posting the picture on Instagram about what I had received in my Ipsy bag that month and what the bag looked like and that sort of thing. So one time on one of those photos in 2018, I got a comment from a company called YesOhYas saying that, you know, that they love my content, that they'd love for me to check them out. Now, I am very naive, but I was not born yesterday. And I know that a lot of companies that are not always legitimate like to troll certain tags and that sort of thing, trying to find, you know, micro-influencers, if you will, that they can take advantage of. So I was assuming this was just another one of those. I had that happen a couple of times too, where I checked them out and I'm like, you're not a real company, goodbye. But I looked at YesOhYas, and they had at that point already sent out a couple of bags. They were on maybe their third month of business, if you will. And then I looked them up on YouTube, and there were a couple of people who had already like reviewed their bags from, you know, the previous months, and they weren't like big YouTubers. They were like smaller YouTubers like me. So I was like, you know what? I'm so over Ipsy. Like, why don't I give this one a try? With tax, with shipping, with the exchange, it was only going to cost me $5 more than Ipsy was costing me. So I unsubscribed from Ipsy, and I reached out to YesOhYas, and I said, I would love to do this. Is there anything I can do to change the price? Like, pretty much what I was looking for was, if I joined their influencer program, could I get it cheaper? No. They gave me 10% off my first bag, which ended up being the percent off that you would get if you had used my code. They gave me a code, and it was dumb. It was my middle name and my last name. And I was like, this is a stupid code, but I didn't assume anyone was ever going to use it, because I don't have that large of a following, and I was just like, well, whatever. It's just fun to have a code. So that I've never expected it to be used or anything, and yeah, so they gave me the code, and I got 10% off my first order, and I joined YesOhYas. And like clockwork, for the entirety of my YesOhYas career, from late April 2018, when I first uploaded my video, to November of 2019, so a little over a year, swimmingly. Perfect. Fabulous. They would take the money out of my account the last business day of the previous month, and then they would start posting spoilers of what was coming up in the month's box or bag or whatever, and then usually the middle of the month, around the 15th, it would ship out. I'd get the email saying that it had shipped with the tracking and all that. I never bothered checking the tracking, honestly, because I knew it would just show up when it showed up, and it always took a little bit longer to get to me because I'm Canadian, but it always showed up. So I didn't have any issues. Shortly after I subscribed to them, they started their thing where every bag was going to have a full-size palette in it, so I was like, I already love this more than I loved Ipsy, because even if the palette isn't something I want, I feel better giving away or donating a full-size palette than like a little skincare packet or something stupid, you know what I mean? So I want to be very clear that no part of me actually regrets ever signing up for YesOhYas, because I had really nothing but a positive experience. Nothing in my bag ever came broken or really dinged up. And I always got, you know, even if I didn't love everything in my bag, which happened a couple of times, it was usually more useful stuff than I had gotten other subscription bags. And, you know, I never hated everything in the bag. And even things that I didn't know if I was going to use, I ended up finding uses for or donating, which is, like, cool with me. November 30th rolls around, money comes out of my account, great. A couple of days later, I saw a picture on Instagram, posted by YesOhYas, of one of those round palettes. And it was a Tarte palette. And it said it was going to be included in this month's YesOhYas bag. And I remember looking at it thinking, that's so pretty. Even if I don't like it, you know, my sister Emily's going to love it. And then I kind of forgot about it. And I kind of forgot about YesOhYas completely. And then it was actually New Year's Eve. And I was laying in bed. It was like just after midnight. And I was like, huh, it's a new month and I didn't get my Yes Oh Yes bag yet. That's weird. Oh, maybe it's just late because of all the, like days where Canada Post wouldn't be working, right? Like with Christmas and with New Year's, like maybe it's just late. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my email for the first time ever, and I'm going to search Yes Oh Yes, and I'm going to check the tracking just to see where it is. So I go to my email, and I search Yes Oh Yes. That's weird. I only ever got the email that confirmed that they took the money out. I never got the tracking info. That's weird. And then I don't remember what my thinking was, but I clicked on their website, because it's like linked in the email, and the website didn't work. So then I was like, oh, that's weird. So then I searched them on Instagram, and their Instagram page was gone. Then I searched them on Facebook and Twitter, and everything was just gone. So I was like, that's weird. So for the first time ever, I searched hashtag YesOhYas on Instagram, and I read lots of stories about people who were double charged at certain months or who never received their bags and that sort of thing. And those are all really negative reviews, and I want to be very clear that I don't take those lightly, but you do see reviews like that on every subscription service ever. If you ever look at their comment section, it's always flooded with people talking about how they never got their bag or they got charged twice. So I took those comments seriously, and there were quite a few of them, but I had never experienced that. And, I mean, you had to take into account that that does happen with every makeup subscription service, so I mean, I wasn't too jarred by that, and I ended up finding this girl on YouTube. Now, I'm going to link her video in the description box below, but I just want to be clear that I don't know her, and she doesn't know me, and, I feel a little bit weird about including her in here because, she has a lot of sources and a lot of investigations that she did that I didn't do, so I don't know what her methods were, and I don't know how she got the information she got, and I don't know all of that, so I'm not saying I don't trust her. I'm just saying that it kind of all becomes a little bit of a hairy situation, especially because if you watch the videos, she seems to have had, some sort of history with the owners of Yes Oh Yes, or they've tried to block videos on her channel before about some other kind of company. It seems like a whole lifetime drama going on over there, so I'm just going to put that out there, but one thing that she mentions in her video is that Tarte palette that had been promoted for the December box is apparently not actually a Tarte palette. They called it a Tarte palette. They even tagged Tarte in it. But through her investigations, she found out that palette is actually a fake makeup palette made by, insert other random manufacturer from China here to look like a Tarte makeup palette. The same way that you go, down those alleys in Los Angeles and you can buy Kylie Jenner lip kits for $2, fake makeup. So I'm wondering if it was fake makeup and either Yes Oh Yes didn't know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, or they did know and they got caught and it was just a whole mess and they just fled, or I don't know what happened. All I know is they were supposed to put this palette in the bag and they didn't, and it's apparently fake makeup and now they're gone and I don't know where they are. So I have no idea what went on behind the scenes or even in front of the scenes. To be honest with you, I was completely oblivious to all of this. I forgot about my bag for a whole month. But what I do know is that they disappeared. My credit card has not been charged since that November bag, which I do have. I got it 2 weeks or so into January, so I'm going to show you what's in it because it's kind of embarrassing. I bet you the palette was supposed to be the big thing in here, but it's obviously not there. So I don't know. I'm biased because I didn't have a negative experience with them at all, ever. But she says all these things about how the people behind the company were terrible, and I want to believe her, but I don't know. I can't call Yes Oh Yes a scam or a fake, fraudulent company because I paid for something and I got it every month. And I liked them almost all the time. So I don't really know what to do here. I would love to know what you think actually in the comments below. I don't think anybody actually subscribed to Yes Oh Yes because of me. So I apologize if you feel like you've been bamboozled. If it's any consolation, so have I. But it is what it is. I would really be interested to hear your thoughts on this whole situation in the comment section below, because I don't really know what to think. On one hand, if they're shady, they're shady, and sure. But on the other hand, I got a bag every month that I paid for, and I never had an issue. but other people have had issues, and they say that they never got good customer service or anything. But I mean, there's stories like that with every company on the planet. I don't know what the answer is. But anyway, here's what's in my last ever Yes Oh Yes bag. So there's a brush by Sorme, a lip brush by Sorme, actually. Did I get one of these in the past? I think I might have. Maybe this is just like leftover stock as they were like running out of the building because they had already charged me, right? So this is so that they can be like, here, take my money and run. So a lip brush. A Cosmoholic. What is this? A lipstick? A liquid lip gloss? Something? It's got a mirror. I think I had it. Yeah, the light. I think I've got all of these in my Yes Oh Yes bags in the past, so I bet you it is just leftover stock, and they sent things out to the people who got charged that last month. And then this is an Estate Do Me Big Highlighter. Now, this one is actually in the teal shade, which I kind of love because the one that I have of this already is like lavendery lilac purple, so this is actually pretty, and I use that purple one all the time, actually. So I don't really know that I think this is a highlighter. It looks a little too matte for me to be a highlighter. But I actually think it's cute. Would I have paid $30 for all three of these things? Definitely not, but I understand that as they were probably running out the door to, I don't know, hide from all the people who were calling their banks to ask for their money back. This is probably what they did. I am prepared to change my credit card information if I have to. But like I said, I haven't been charged since November 30th, and I check my bank account like pretty much every day because I am paranoid. Doesn't mean there's ever anything in there. I only ever have like $4 on my name, but I check it all the time. And yeah, I guess I have no resolution to this video. I wanted to give you the story completely from my perspective, from what I saw, what happened. I don't really know what happened. I don't know what to tell you. I definitely know that I'm biased towards liking Yes Oh Yes because I had a pretty positive experience with them all the way through, but I don't know. I'm so confused. So yeah, let me know your comments in the comment section below, and I guess thank you so much for watching this video. In the past, like when I first signed up to Yui, I really felt like I needed the monthly uploads of Ipsy or this or something for my channel, but now I feel like we're at a place where I don't need, the sort of monthly unboxing. I feel like we have enough stuff that we can do without it, so I think I'm not gonna have another subscription box like for a while unless something really jumps out at me, But again, thank you anyway for watching this video and all the other ones like it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and you let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's really important on this one. And I will see you next time. Bye!